something very drastic happened day before yesterday in the chess world, which I am sure many of you read about, and all those who didn't should definitely know. It was certain program named Alpha Zero learned chess in 4 hours, okay, and destroyed one of the best chess programs that is currently, that is Stockfish 8, 28 games to nil, which is they had 72 draws, and it didn't know chess, it didn't know anything, yeah, about chess. It was improving through self-learning. So it used some algorithm which is developed by DeepMind, and it learns on its own by playing against its own self, and it gets so much better by this that actually so the headlines in newspaper is that AlphaGo Zero actually learned something in 4 hours what humanity could learn in some 3,000 years or something like that, because chess game we are playing like since time immemorial, and this program just learned it in 4 hours. So what I said right now will undergo huge changes in the times to come. That is what I feel, because everything that is happening in chess these days depends a lot on computer evaluation, okay. If the engine says this is better, top players are more often going for that move. If the engine says this is not good, they don't play this move. Now you need some faith on the engine. I mean, many top players don't put this blind faith, they analyze, they try to test the engine, they try to fight against it, and finally they come to some conclusion, but they then finally take this help from the engine. Now imagine all the evaluations given by engine are turned upside down. Suddenly you say that Sicilian is not a good opening, okay, just giving a hypothetical scenario, or Rai Lopez, which was played since so many years, is just crap. So this is what AlphaGo Zero has done, and as they said, this program is not just meant for chess, yeah, this self-learning thing. It can be used in any sphere, like much more important stuff, and you can find a lot of solutions out of it. But what I want to show you is some things which AlphaGo did, which is just literally breathtaking. You know, if you had on Facebook the friend lists that I have, which is all chess players, I can only say posts which say AlphaGo Zero is crazy. You know, it's like aliens have come from to Earth. The way it's playing, I can't even imagine that chess can be played like this. So what exactly is AlphaGo doing? You know, it is white here. First of all, this is all known, okay, this is known. This pawn sacrifice was played by Polugajewski in 80s, so nothing new. But if you look at it, the main thing that AlphaGo does is that it doesn't care for material. Look at this position. It gave up 2 pawns just like that, and in return it got free flowing development, okay. It doesn't care for material as much as other programs do, and you will see after, I mean, black is kind of bound, you know, he can't move his c pawn because bishop on g2 will take the rook over here. If it can't move the c pawn, the knight on b8 is passive, everything is clogged in. So he played knight b7 to play d5, you know, try to get something out, but knight e4, now h4, h6, h5, queen went in, queen came into g4, now knight f6 check is a big threat, king h8 and now your move. So I just want to test if anyone can find the move that alpha goes. Who said? Okay, you saw it, yes? Come on, you found it right now. No, this is not true. You can't be finding it like in 5 seconds, moves which have made like top grandmasters go crazy. Okay, but if you did, then I'm definitely going to watch out for your games tomorrow. You you should be scoring a lot. Okay, bishop g5. Yeah. By the way, what's your name? Porus. Ah, Porus. Okay. I met him when he was so young. Yeah. So finally, I'm seeing him after maybe 10 years. Yeah, 10 almost. Okay. So bg5 is tremendous move. You put a bishop on a square which is controlled by a pawn. Bishop e7 is the threat. And overall, okay, if you take, it's bad because knight g5, and now after queen h6, rook e8 is nice move. Also knight f7 wins because of this. But if you look at queen g8, there is no clear-cut mate. Okay, there is no clear-cut win. But these are the positions which alpha 0 revels in, and this is what I want you to look closely. It's where your pieces have all the energy, while black is just having material, a lot of material, but doesn't know what to do. It's like, look at those pieces there, all sitting pretty in the corner. Doesn't make any sense. It's going to get the rook in. The bishop is doing wonderfully, knight. So it's like quality over quantity. And yeah, the win is here. He played f5, again a move which is important to consider, but these are all lines. But now this position is what I would say is a rook down, but each and every piece is tremendously active. So he won this game, alpha 0, and now I would show another game. I hope Porus has not seen it. Okay. This one again the same opening, and this time I think we saw bishop f6 here, or was it bishop a6 in the last game, but here it went for d5 and knight c3, queen g4, threatening a mate on g7, g6, knight h6. This is all normal stuff, okay, until now. And now comes this move queen a4, which is again nice. So if you are black here, what would you play? Because I mean, you can make some normal moves, but I want you to find a move by which you are winning material. Yes, very good. g5, it's a move where you are isolating the knight from the bishop. And now white, if I was white, I would be very concerned about my knight on h6. I'll play knight g4, and I guess many of you would. But now it's alpha 0, and as you know, it prefers quality over quantity, and it coolly makes the move rook e1, as if nothing, like a knight means nothing to it. So black takes it. Of course, Stockfish is still a little bit an old sort of a program now. It took here, and now h4. So the threat is to take on e7 and take on g5. Yeah, it's clear. f6. And now if you switch on your present day engines like Komodo, Houdini, they all are thinking, should do something, we should take on g5, we should do something. They are all wanting to do something. Okay. But alpha 0 says quality over quantity, bishop e3. It's just like it doesn't care for material, just develops a piece when it's a piece down, and also I think a pawn down. It wants to just bring the other rook to d1. And this is really a new way to play chess, I would say. It's not common, and it's not what we are seeing. Of course, we saw Topalov do this many times. He always gave a lot of emphasis on minor pieces. He used to sacrifice his exchange and play like this, but this is just at another level. There is nothing clear, because you bring your rook and it keeps making moves which are just normal. And again, this is crazy move, queen h1. What it is doing is, from h1 the bishop is going to come, it's keeping control on the position, it's coming to e4, it's exchanging of the important piece, and as always you will see these guys are like dead ducks, they are sitting there, and yeah, the way it finished off the game is just tremendous. Take, take, queen h3, bishop f6, king g2, just simple moves. Yeah, it brings the rook here, and if I'm not wrong, this is another key position which I'm sure no one can find the move for white. You saw it, yes? Okay, this one you have not seen. So okay, white to play. You know it? What should white play? Think like alpha 0. Sorry? Rook d6, yeah, logical move. I think it's a good move. It's a good move, but not the best. Sorry? Bishop g5, but I just take. By the way, it's already 8:15 as 8:12. So, okay, we started like 15 minutes late, so it should end in 5 minutes. Is it okay? Okay. Sorry? Queen h6, king f7. Not 100% clear. Now, I would say this is not possible for humans to find, and don't try it tomorrow in your games. The right move, yes, c4, porous again. Man, come on, you're too good. c4, and explain this move. You know, I found someone writing on a lot of social media, what is c4? Piece down, pawn, no, even 2 pawns down, and this guy is playing a move c4. Actually not, you cannot explain it so easily. In fact, I sat down for half an hour, 45 minutes trying to understand what is happening. Why this move? d5, how? But how do you get? I take on c4, then you don't get that square. Or you, sorry? Yeah, exactly. This is a human way to think, that if you take here, I'll go rook b1 and then I get in. Correct. That's right. But what if I play b4? I mean, okay, I spent a lot of time and I finally kind of figured out something which sounds very funny, is that if you take this and I play rook d6, rook b1 is also strong, but rook d6, rook e8, if I am not wrong, queen g4, these are all somehow the best moves, and then rook into e3 does not work because the queen's route to a2 is blocked. So if you imagine the same line without the move c4, and I do this, rook e3 is actually very strong, and then queen comes to a2, and it is not clear. Actually this position is fine for black. Okay, I will, maybe it's some kind of a homework which you can have to analyze these games, but I feel that this move c4 is really amazing move, and at the end it so happened that quality prevailed over quantity. You can still see he's a piece up, but finally in the end he lost material. He was exchanged down and he lost the game. Stockfish. Okay, last example for the day. I'm sure you are getting inspired for tomorrow already. This game is just tremendous. Okay, first thing is the openings are always normal, it's nothing special. Okay, it's what you see, French. And now you can't take with the queen because of bishop b4. You must take with the king or with the knight, but you know, alpha 0 prefers to keep its king safe on e3. g4, and now Okay, this is kind of normal stuff. Already black is not doing so well. But now starts the fireworks. Knight g5, bishop e7, and what do? Yes, bishop g6, good move. This is natural. I take here now. Of course, if I took on g6, you would take queen e6. F5, then I take maybe, no, you can't play, right? Your king is pinned, pawn is pinned, so you can't play F5. Sorry? Yeah, queen takes g5, takes, and now? F5, yeah, good move, excellent move. In fact, the idea is if you take with any pawn, you are losing. If you take with g pawn, queen g7, now you can't put your queen in because of rook c7 and you can't go back because of queen c7 mate, of course. So ef could be possible, but now I think the easiest way is queen f6. I don't know why I put queen g6, that's too much, sacrificing a queen. Okay, queen e6 loses to check. So overall, 2 pieces again outplaying the opponent's 3 pieces, you know. So f5, rook g8, and f6, pawn goes in, and here I was of the opinion that black should have gone g5. I am not sure why he didn't do this, because after takes you can play something like rook g6 when I am not sure how to win. This is, but he played king d7, Stockfish, and he exchanged queens is very bad, because now what remained on the board was just completely useless material for black. Even though he is a piece up, look at the king coming in, and he resigned because pawns are just queening. So I think there is only one thing that can be learned from these games by AlphaZero, is that if you have active pieces, it doesn't matter what material you have, you only need activity. And yeah, if you miscalculate you will lose, but AlphaZero doesn't do that. Okay, so we end this today on the note that chess might change completely the way we are playing right now from what it could be in the next few months itself. Yes, we are right now at a very critical moment, I would say, and many people fear that chess might come to an end. I don't think so, because you can maybe solve the game of chess, but human chess will always remain competitive, and I'm sure none of us can solve it. It's still fun. You still come down to seconds, you can't figure out what move to make, you make one move blunders. So chess will remain a sport forever, but but the way we play will change. Okay, so thank you all, and if you have any questions to ask, if you are hungry you can of course leave, but if any questions then let me know.
The basic question is, after AlphaZero, the black's opportunity looks minimal. That is what we could see.
Yeah, black's possibilities to play for a win, yes, possible. But also AlphaZero won 3 games with black. So I didn't select those games, but it did win. Yeah, but first move advantage looks tangible now. I mean, it seems like white should have more than what he gets. Well, but talking about future, I think it's very important. This is what we discussed some time ago, was AlphaZero.
Yeah.
I'm sure you looked at it.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was like.
What do you think about it? Do you think chess is going to change drastically now?
Yeah, okay. For example, one of my friends asked, so like whoever has this AlphaZero will have like a huge advantage over other people. But then I told them, okay, it doesn't really matter. For me, like if you want an advantage, I'll give it to you from move 1. But after that, you have to show your own skill to beat me. So AlphaZero is not going to play with you. So you will have an advantage, but the spirit and the determination are more important, I think. But it will be like and also I think there was like a very important thing I noticed. AlphaZero was stronger because it was inputted with a lot of human games, which I think Stockfish was clearly lacking. So I think that could have also affected. So it was like a human with computer mind.
Yeah, actually it was inputted with nothing.
Yeah. No,
but it calculated like human, because a Stockfish to find a move calculates 7 million positions per second, while AlphaZero calculates only 80,000 positions. So it's more like human. It calculates less, but it really...
No, because also there's this opening called Berlin Defense, which is played by all the world champions and really difficult to crack. And the AlphaZero played it. So I think there's some human touch involved in this.
Yeah.
So I think that's the key. That's why Also now Stockfish is not the strongest engine anymore. I would have loved to see some other engine, like there's this new engine ASM Fish and also Houdini. They would have been maybe better. But still I think AlphaZero is in a different level.
I think no, it's the next thing. But you don't think chess is going to
No,
change?
I don't. Also, for example, there's a huge tournament going on, London Chess Classic, and almost all the games are ending in draws. And everyone is talking, this is the end of classical chess, we should switch to faster time controls like rapid or blitz. I think they're all wrong, because classical chess will always remain the main battlefield for chess. This is all because the players are evenly matched and almost they are all. I don't think computer can bring about the end of chess. It's just that they are getting stronger. So
chess will survive.
Yeah.
Okay, and last.
Okay, we should not play with computers. Don't do that. That's the only thing to be learned from this.
Okay.